So I'm Sarvi Banisadr. I am, wow, I do a fair few things now. I suppose I'm a mum. I have been a doctor for many years. I mean, it was a no-brainer that we weren't going to be able to scale the number of doctors that we have so that it meets the needs globally. And I had to really think hard about how what I offer as a general surgeon can be maximized so that the numbers just make more sense. As a surgeon, you're dealing with one patient. They may take all day long to complete the operation. That you then have to communicate with their family members, with the staff. It's very kind of, the ratio is kind of one to very few.
You went to Google Campus for Parents.
This was an incubator that they'd set up for parents who were entrepreneurs, which was led by Sarah Drinkwater, and she was great at championing, diversity, inclusivity, and things like that. The important thing was not feeling alienated. As somebody who had spent years in the operating room, um, who doesn't have access to the digital medium in the same way that people have when their smartphones are with them all the time, 24/7. We've got, we had pagers, bleeps. You're not working with your smartphone because we're moving into a new era. The whole thing about the tech revolution, or the industrial revolutions, is so much of it has been about automation, and efficiency, progressing in terms of efficiency. But we're moving into a space where the next level of efficiency is around artificial intelligence, and that very much relates to complexities of systems. As you start to respect the complexities of systems, you start to respect the human being a lot more. The nuances of human beings are starting to be relevant. A group of a few people, we've come together, called Excite Ventures, and what we're doing at the moment is we're working on the citizen-led data control, which is a pretty important project that we're working on. When you talk about these things that give you access to certain human rights, travel, healthcare, whatever, then the data piece is equally important, and that's what we're building as a citizen data exchange. But actually making it real is, what really matters, and in the healthcare space, that's ultimately the key. So Excite Ventures, the one side of that is that we are redesigning the way academia and pharma work together to deliver much more cost-effective drugs, precision medicine, bringing along all the players. So we need, we've been talking to, the contacts we have with Zuckerberg, Gates Foundation. We've got all those approaches. We're talking to governments, and that does involve reshaping infrastructure. A lot of benefit comes out of collaboration. We've seen the pace is just very poor when you're constantly watching your back and looking at competitors. If you look at the history of the DNA discovery, and how poor that was, and how so many people were worried about who's going to be the next person, and how do we beat them. That pace is just a huge hindrance, and there is a way that we now thankfully appreciate that you can still progress, you can still make money, you can still get your Nobel Prize or whatever, you can still be in the limelight, but you will move forward if you work collaboratively. And so what we're working on from the Excite Ventures side of things is having an infrastructure that facilitates that, and actually has a economical, or has a business model that works all round.